study links drinking alcohol to the risk of dementia. Alcohol and dementia. Sounds familiar.
She's now the political equivalent of marginal royalty from a forgotten European country, smugly entitled, but no one cares. Her crimes: 1, she mistook the cause of terror, blaming Benghazi on a video, seeking a scapegoat instead of assuming responsibility. 2,
you won't believe what just went down. Greg Gutfeld, that guy who makes politics feel like stand-up night, totally blasted Hillary Clinton, and this wasn't some tiny tease. It was full-on smash mode, like Miley Wrecking Ball level, and it all started like a small joke, but then turned into a roast so fiery it could cook your whole barbecue. The internet is freaking out about it right now, and honestly, once you hear it, you will get why everyone can't stop laughing.
The idea that you could turn the clock back and try to recreate a world that never was, dominated by, let's say it, white men of a certain persuasion, a certain religion, a certain point of view, a certain ideology, it's just doing such damage to what we should be aiming for.
What? Isn't she charming? No wonder Bill spends most of his days perched in a tree outside the local Hooters.
OMG, let me spill this. Greg Gutfeld didn't just come for Hillary Clinton, he threw her whole political career in a microwave hit popcorn and let it blast into pieces like a slow-motion movie scene. And the wild thing is, he made it look so easy, like zero effort kind of vibe, like when a cat just pushes a vase off the edge and it shatters everywhere. Except this time the vase was her entire rep, and the internet is echoing with that crash right now.
she's back like a sore on a porn star's lip.
Ew.
Complaining on X about Trump cleaning up D.C., she says, quote, on one hand, Republican officials call themselves war fighters. On the other, they become whiny crybabies at the thought of setting foot in D.C.'s streets and New York City subways that literal school children navigate every day without incident. Real macho stuff. Then she got off social media and returned to moving a dead body to a park.
Hillary Clinton always carried herself like she was made of unbreakable metal, like nothing could hit her or leave a mark. But then Greg stepped in with sarcasm so sharp it sliced through the whole act, and what once looked solid started crumbling fast. And instead of the strong image, she wanted people to see it all collapse like a cheap stage prop falling apart right in front of everyone.
That's good.
This might be, in my opinion, the worst thing she's ever said, because we know New York City subways. Kids don't take the subway.
Yeah.
I mean,
and if you do, you're like, whose kid is that?
Yeah, there are men on there who set fire to women, but she's pretending that the people that are trying to reduce crime, that are doing it for themselves, because she's only used to doing things for herself.
The funniest part about this post for me was the fact that she disabled comments on it. Like, what? You wouldn't want to have to see anything unsavory.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you, this was not some sweet little dinner chat where people smile and act polite. Nope, this was like a comedy bomb dropping straight on Hillary. Every punch landed sharp and brutal, like Greg had been stacking these jokes forever, just waiting to unload, and wow, he did. She looked totally lost, like someone struggling to boot up Windows 95 while everyone else is cruising on super fast Wi-Fi. And the funniest part is how she reacted, because instead of laughing it off or snapping back, she doubled down like a desperate salesperson pushing a car that reeks of old fries, trying to convince you it is brand new, and she kept acting like her crown was still glowing when honestly the shine was long gone.
Masculinizes the argument. I don't even know if that's a word. Is it?
It is now.
It is. She takes a real issue, which is crime affecting the citizens of D.C., and makes it about these war fighters being whiny crybabies, like it's big, whiny men.
Yeah, because they want the streets safe for not just them.
Yes.
The children, and not just that, the children who are jacking and robbing everyone.
Greg Gutfeld really dragged it. He took that crown Hillary thought was glowing and hit it with sarcasm till it looked like some dollar store decoration under harsh lights, and watching her stumble was the highlight, because in politics, she usually flips the script and distracts like a magician with endless tricks. But in comedy, she was slipping like Bambi on ice, arms and legs everywhere, while Greg kept shoving her back into the chaos, and people were eating it up. Not just because he roasted Hillary, but because he cracked open that whole carefully built image she had been selling for years. weeks. And by the time he was done, the only thing left was the awkward silence of a joke gone wrong with her as the punchline.
Treated classified info the way her husband treats women, casually disposable. In this age when there's no monopoly on mayhem, we need careful, not careless. 3, she put personal privacy before public security. The way Bill used the Secret Service, she used the Secret Server, both to create a wall between prying eyes. So, no surprise, in a new poll, when Americans are asked what word best describes her, they scream liar, followed by dishonest, then untrustworthy. I think I notice a trend. To Americans, she's less dependable than your cable guy. Meanwhile, as she implodes, Biden basks, a white knight with whitened teeth. But as nice as Joe is, it reveals the sober truth.
The best part was Greg acting like it was nothing, just having fun, smacking home runs while Hillary looked lost like a rookie pitcher, watching ball after ball fly out and every swing screamed, "The Clinton era is done." People loved it because she's been in the spotlight so long she turned into her own cartoon. And when Greg joked about it, she couldn't hide anymore. The more she tried to look calm, the funnier it got, and the crowd was rolling at her expense.
Arrested and ready Bigfoot. Hillary Clinton told folks in Pennsylvania that she's ready to come out of the woods. So is this the comeback that America wants? You know, we love it when great bands get back together, but not Limp Bizkit, not Hoobastank. Hillary announcing a return, it's like the bird flu announcing a return of the bird flu. Or McDonald's relaunching the Arch Deluxe, or MSNBC bringing back Brian Williams. Really? We're living in a reverse episode of In Search Of, where the vanishing creature keeps looking for you.
Guess what this whole thing wasn't only about Hillary's history. Greg dragged her future too, making her look like some ghost from old political disasters popping up with the same boring ideas. And she started to feel like that TV character the writers refused to drop even though the story ended forever ago. And the killer move was how easily Greg turned her into the punchline of a joke she didn't even know she was in. She wasn't debating, she wasn't giving speeches. She was just there while he made her a comedy prop, and the hurt cut deeper because it was all wrapped in laughs. Then the internet exploded with clips and memes, and suddenly she wasn't trending for power or scandals, but only for being roasted, wrecked, and finished in front of everyone.
Hillary plays won't go away. She's the Yeti who wouldn't leave. Well, unless, of course, she's running for office. Then she disappears. But she announced she's back in Lackawanna, Pennsylvania. True, she did beat Trump there, but he won the entire state. And she lost it because she was MIA. She thought she had it in the bag. So now she says, hey, you'll be seeing a whole lot more of me. That's the worst thing a loser can say. It's like Rachel Maddow holding up a wad of old government forms she found in a dumpster behind Trump Tower and saying, hey, you'll be seeing a whole lot more of these.
Hillary never liked being the joke. She spent years polishing her image, trying to look strong and in control. But when Greg stepped in, he ripped that away and turned her from the queen. She wanted to be into the clown she never meant to be. And the laughter wasn't just laughter. It was the signal that her grip on respect and power might be gone for good. Because if a comedy takedown leaves her looking lost, then how can she pretend to still matter? And the worst part is, once Greg cracked that illusion, people finally saw through the act and there was no curtain left to hide behind.
With 5 days left, is the proverbial poop hitting the fan? You just heard Bret Baier on the latest news. But will it make a difference? What if the emails found on Weiner's laptop did come from Hillary's server? And what if there were new discoveries that actually had classified info? One of Baier's sources claims that Hill's server had been hacked, as he said before, with information stolen by at least 5 foreign intel agencies. If this is true, how will Hillary beat this rap? With this rap by her pal Lena?
You know what's funny? Greg spotted her weak spot and hit it like a cat, knocking over the only fragile thing in the house. He didn't just roast her record, he made fun of how she still walks around with that outdated confidence like it's the 90s and she's untouchable, and her reaction was so awkward, like someone stuck in the wrong Zoom call, too stubborn to click leave. And the issue is, she always falls back on the same pattern. Ignore, dodge, repeat the same tired lines. But that flops in comedy because jokes hit fast, and Greg had punchlines sharper than anything political, and they cut through easy. And in that moment, he showed everyone not the powerful figure she pretends to be, but the uneasy side of her that cracks whenever the control slips, and the crowd saw it too, turning her so-called strength into the biggest laugh of the night.
She must be working for Trump. Seriously, that is so bad, it could turn Chelsea Clinton into a never Hillary. And sorry, Lena, the gender card has been so played out, it's falling on deaf-pierced ears. Look, if you already hate Hillary, this new stuff isn't going to change a thing. And if you already hate Trump, this isn't going to make you love him. Battle lines are drawn, nothing sticks. But it seems like the truth is now the bull in Hillary's china shop. Remember, Nixon was pretty cocky too, up until he wasn't. Events are now dictating the news.
Guess what had people laughing the most? It wasn't only the punchlines. It was the truth hiding inside them. Greg showed that Hillary is still stuck in a game everyone else moved on from. She's like the MySpace of politics, once hyped, now just cringy. And while she tried to act like she still mattered, Greg kept flashing receipts like a magician with endless scarves, and the more annoyed she looked, the funnier it got, because instead of fighting back, she made it easier for him. And by the time he was done, the audience wasn't seeing a powerful figure anymore. They were just watching a tired act fall apart right in front of them.
Will her new foreign policy class change minds that she's a horse's ass? This week, Columbia University shared a video promoting a new course that's co-taught by Hillary Clinton. Believe me, no one's more thrilled to have Hillary out of the house than Bill. Speaking of Bill, if you're a lady who is a solid 8 or above, he'll tutor you for free. The course he's teaching, how to fit snugly under my desk.
The audience loved every bit of it, because watching someone who lives for control lose it to laughter is priceless. And the internet went wild with memes and clips turning Hillary into an SNL skit without even trying. And the thing is, she keeps trying to sneak back into politics like an app that reinstalls itself no matter how many times you delete it. But Greg shut the door on that, making it clear people are over it and just plain tired of seeing her pop up again.
First, she wasn't elected. Now Hillary's class gets rejected. True, even students on the left give Professor Clinton an F. Students in Hillary Clinton's new class says it sucks. Even more than an intern who... you know where this is going. But it's the smartest realization on campus since someone realized you could put vodka up your butt. Thanks, Shannon. Earlier this year, Bill's worser half accepted a professorship at Columbia teaching public affairs. Meanwhile, Bill did offer to tutor some of the female students, but Columbia has a no cigar policy.
Here's the thing, Greg didn't win by arguing harder. He won by being funnier, and that's what made the whole takedown sting so much, because power only works if people actually take you serious, and the second laughter takes over, that seriousness disappears. Hillary's whole brand was built on looking tough and inevitable, but Greg cracked it wide open with a grin and some jokes, leaving nothing but people laughing at her. And the brutal part is, scandals fade and losses get forgotten, but once you turn into the joke, there's no fixing it. Comedy wipes out anyone who can't adapt, and Hillary just became the newest proof of that.
For passing her wisdom on to the next generation on everything from fraudulent land deals to unflattering pantsuits. Meanwhile, students were promised empowering lessons by one of America's biggest losers. After all, who else can teach them how to delete emails and destroy evidence, while also learning how to destroy Libya? But turns out the class is just a bunch of ego-worshipping drivel in front of an audience, unlike her show on Apple TV, which was ego-worshipping drivel without an audience. One disappointed student described her first day as a swarm of several hundred people, a sea of cameras, Secret Service personnel. Sounds like every time Joe makes a boom boom.
Guess what? Hillary honestly thought she had it under control because she's been through scandals, investigations, and tough opponents. So why would one comedian matter? But she miscalculated big time. She treated it like politics where she could dodge, stall, or spin the story, but instead she ran right into a wall of sarcasm and ended up with nothing but internet jokes at her expense. And the sad part is, that moment didn't just sting, it stuck, turning her comeback attempt into yet another awkward chapter people will laugh at instead of take serious. If you like this drama, then you gotta stay tuned, because Jacob Reports always brings the juicy stuff. So hit like, smash subscribe, and turn on the bell because you don't want to miss what's coming next.